Hello, Philip here, coming to you from the Pan Mai Botanic Bistro restaurant in Chiang Mai. I'm on location today, and it's a glorious day, beautiful weather, lovely white clouds, clear air, blue sky, rainy season. Today I want to go into a little bit more detail about the kinds of content that I'm going to be sending to you. It revolves around three main areas, which is blogging, videography, fancy word for making these videos, and my photography. I've got thousands of photographs from various countries on all my travels, and I'd like to share some of them with you every week. So the blogging is housed on my website, which is spiritualrevolution.com, and I've got three themes. First theme is called My Book World. Second theme is Our Human World, and the third theme is Travel Tales, mostly mine, but plenty of tales to tell from other people as well. So I've already done one post for each of those themes. My Book World, I opened up with Osho's. Osho's one of my favourite human beings. Not alive now. So I opened up with one of his books. What I do is I pick a book off my bookshelf, quote you a little bit from it, or write a little paragraph or something, and then that triggers my thoughts, which I then share with you, and that's the blog post. So the first one I did was for a book from Osho called Your Answers Questioned, which is typical Osho, and in fact is behind all my teaching in the classroom. I'm always asking questions of my students, especially when they've got set answers, because often it turns out when we explore our apparent answers and knowledge, we may change our view. So, and that's behind all my education really. It's not in pursuit of knowledge, because knowledge is static. You can't really do anything with it. Instead, I persuade my students to pursue understanding. Now, obviously, if you want to understand something, you need the knowledge, but you're then doing something with the knowledge. And if you're pursuing understanding, the knowledge may be open to updating or review or whatever. So it keeps you fluid, it keeps you flexible, and life is always moving. And what Osho was saying was that people don't listen, and that's my observation as well. Adults are not good listeners, and this comes to the heart of all my teaching. That in the schools, we're not taught the communication skills. So that's the first one in My Book World. In Our Human World, the first post, I introduced the main theme, which is any issue confronting what it means to be a human, and we explore, we inquire, we discover, and constantly learning and seeking understanding. There are so many problems in our world today, and so many people suffering unduly. Poverty, no food, no home, that's a real problem. So it's my view that most of our problems exist and repeat themselves because we never address the root cause. So I introduce this whole concept in that particular post. So for me, okay, you've got a problem, address it, look at it, find its root causes, make changes, and you've got your solution. If it doesn't work, try again, learn more. The third theme is Travel Tales, and my first blog in the Travel Tales relates to the story of me first arriving in Thailand. I thought I was coming here for 6 months travels, and I loved it so much that I somehow managed to get an English teaching job to extend my stay, and here I am 31 years later. So that's the blogging. Videos, so far I've started and I've been cutting my teeth and learning how to talk into a gadget and not to real humans. You can see me, I can't see you at the moment. So my first series was A to Z of foods and healthy eating. I'm up to about J now, so you can go to my YouTube channel and watch those if the impulse arises in you. I have been doing an A to Z Developing Yourself series on my Facebook page. Now I'm going to do this on the video as well, and basically develop yourself. Part of the crime of the school system is that we weren't ever allowed to explore who we are and what's inside of us. Everything was external authority. So the A to Z, so for example, you've got self-awareness, self-belief, self-confidence, self-determination, self-esteem, and so it goes on. Self-growth, self-healing, all the way through to Z. So the videos are going to explore, the healthy side of life and how we can take care of ourselves physically, psychologically, and spiritually. So that's the videos, and I don't know where it'll go. The journey will unfold itself. This is just the beginning. And then, so what I'm going to do, and you'll get those as soon as I write a post or film a video, it will go to your email inbox. But what I'm aiming for within the next week or two, or now I'm speaking in July, it may already be a thing by the time you're watching this, I'm developing a weekly newsletter which I'm calling Monday Motivator. And the idea of this is that you get it first thing in each new week, and it brightens your week. My content is designed to bring you the 5 E's. 5 E's, please. It should be entertaining or enjoyable, engaging, educational, empowering, and I want it to encourage you. Inspire, but inspire begins with I, and I wanted 5 E's. So that's the general theme of the content and its aim. It's all underlying it all is learning, and my learning empire that I'm building, which I've invited you to join me on, revolves around the spiritual revolution, which is the process that one human conducts themselves. My book is the guide, and the purpose is to optimize your life by harmonizing yourself with nature. Now, our school system, the nurture we got, antagonizes our nature and the nature of the world instead of complementing it. So we have to fix ourselves, and that is a spiritual revolution. Infinity Education, this is like my official learning wing of things. And so all the ebooks that I'm going to write, and the book I've already written, and I'm going to develop a series of online learning courses, which is mainly the learning skills, communication skills, problem solving skills, that kind of thing. So that's my twin foundations of my learning empire: a spiritual revolution and infinity education. Now, I asked in email number 2, I asked you a couple of questions, and I gave you a quote, and this is a quote I give to my teacher students. The quote is, "Today's society is yesterday's classroom, and today's classroom is tomorrow's society." Now, it would be difficult for anybody to disagree that humanity's got a few problems right now, which openly emerged in 2020. This to me is a final consequence of decades of dreadful school systems and anti-education. Doesn't teach us how to be healthy, harmonious, none of that. So what my mission is for us to reimagine what education is, and to reimagine the learning. Most adults subconsciously think that learning finishes when we leave school. No. Life never stops changing. Life is always evolving, and if we're not skilled in learning, we can't keep up, and we will resist change, and therefore, in fact, we're resisting life. So the people who are happiest and healthiest and who get most out of life and who find meaning and feel useful and have confidence and esteem and can love and respect and have compassion, all those beautiful things, and feel quite free, they are always learning. And because we didn't learn how to learn at school, that's my mission, to help the adults get their own education they never got. Now, it's not me educating you per se, it's me enabling you to develop your learning skills and your communication skills, your listening skills, your speaking skills, and so on. And when you have some successes, you gain in confidence, and when you gain in confidence, you do more, and when you do more, you get more confident. It's a beautiful, virtuous circle. So this quote says a lot, today's society is yesterday's classroom. So if we're in a mess today, the classroom yesterday was a mess. The trouble is, the classroom today is probably worse than the classroom yesterday, which means that tomorrow is going to be worse than today. Now, that's not really what we want. So what can we do about it? Well, first of all, I've jumped ahead of the gun. I wanted to say, in answer to my questions to you, what is a classroom? Well, a classroom's anywhere that learning takes place. So if you're sitting in your home watching a YouTube video that's making you think about life, you're in your classroom, and who's in there? Just you and the person on the video. So in a way, you're in your own classroom now, and in it is you and me. So the classroom is anywhere. Education, education is the learning, and it's not restricted to school. And in fact, the schools, as I keep saying, deliver an anti-education. So we reimagine the whole dimension of education, and if we want a better society tomorrow, we have to make our classroom today a better one today. So that's the key. Don't change tomorrow, we change today in all the classrooms, the official ones in schools and our own ones as adults, learning wherever we're learning, and then tomorrow's world will become what we do today. So this is the key, isn't it? We can't change somebody else, we can't change tomorrow, but we can change ourselves, and we can change today. And if we all change today, tomorrow becomes today's change. What changes would you like to see? Well, I can't hear you. Whatever changes you would like to see, how can you make them a reality? Action. You have to be proactive. This may mean dropping fear or procrastination, all these blockages and resistances that we all have, and the voice of self-doubt. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. We have to learn to drop all of this. So to sum up, that's what my learning empire is all about. I've done so much work on myself in the 30 years since I came to Thailand, a lot of it on hammocks, a lot of it in these, on all this beautiful nature that we get in the tropics. I'm now sharing with you the fruits and the consequences of the path that I've trodden on for 30 years. All that time I've been exploring on my travels and exploring inside my head. But I've also been in the classroom, and since 2004 I've been teaching teachers, but I don't teach, I enable learning, and I'm bringing that to the online world now. And if you hang around on this journey with me, I will be helping you become a master of learning and a master of communication. And when you can learn and communicate, you can do anything. And you will become healthier, you will harmonize and optimize your life. And then life's different. So I think that's it for now. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. Help yourself to it. Sorry, I don't hope it. I ask you to help yourself to a top day or a top evening. We make our own life, and that's part of the learning experience, is to become proactive instead of reactive to a media that's constantly negative, because the schooling was pretty negative for 12 years. So come on board with me and enjoy the 5 E's. Can you remember the 5 E's? Engaging, educational, encouraging, empowering, and the other one, enabling is another one. So I think I'm going to send you another email or two in this opening welcome to you. And then basically what will happen is that you'll get my blogs, you'll get my videos, and then once the Monday Motivator is up and running, you can find that in your inbox every Monday morning. My aim, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but when I was young, brown envelopes through the post box at home, not good. Official stuff, bills, horrible things. A white envelope, handwritten envelope. Whoa, what's this? Who's this from? Could be good. Now, my aim is to bring you the white envelope, the digital version. My aim is to get you looking forward to your Monday dose of Philip's Infinity Education, and to help you on your spiritual revolution. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next day or two. Bye bye.